But first, we're talking to someone who always has nice things to say about me. Sue Lowden is joining us. All right, let's talk about, you've been getting a little bit testy, and you haven't been with me, but you hung up on this political reporter when he just wanted to know the answer to a simple question. So I'm going to give you a chance to answer the question.
It's so funny. He's so sensitive. You know, if he has a recording of that telephone conversation, I hope he'll release it, because I did not hang up on him.
Okay, then answer the question that he asked you. Do you think that Rand Paul is right that the Civil Rights Act should not extend into private businesses? You should be able to tell them.
This is what I say. I'm more interested in what we're doing here in Nevada.
It's a simple question.
It's a simple question, but it's a gotcha question. Frankly, I wouldn't even know Rand Paul if I saw him on TV.
I'm not asking about Rand Paul.
I haven't been watching that race.
Do you think the Civil Rights Act should apply to private businesses?
I think you want to change the subject from what's really happening here. Nobody's asking that question, John.
So you're not going to answer it?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you the other. The New York Times tried to interview you about climate change. Reed is trying to push through this climate change bill now. Sharon Angle did do the interview, said it's fraudulent science. And do you believe that global warming is fraudulent science?
I believe that it's exaggerated.
Why do you say that? What's your evidence for it being exaggerated?
Well, what's your evidence for it happening?
Well, there's plenty of them. You have the National Academy of Sciences. You have all kinds of people who say it's happening.
If you wanted me to have that debate with you right now, I would have brought all the backup for.
You need the backup to answer that simple question?
I answered the question. I answered the question.
So you think it's exaggerated, but you're not going to give me any evidence that it's exaggerated?
Well, you know, give me time to prepare it. I'll be happy to prepare it. You know, you catch me off guard. You have all your notes. I'd be happy to prepare that answer.
Okay, so you're just going to say it's exaggerated right now. Let's talk about the issue of jobs. That is the big issue that you're talking about. Yeah. But some people say that your own job history can be called into question, what you've done at your own company.
Oh, who would have said that?
Well, I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
Like many companies, you had to make cuts, right? Your company had to make cuts.
Right,
the economy's terrible.
Right now we did.
Yeah, the economy's
there was
terrible.
a time when we hired many, many people, and we built.
I'm going to let you say that in a minute.
Things, yes.
The company cut its workforce by 25% in 2009. If any of these facts are wrong, you tell me. Eliminating 106 jobs, doing away with the company's match for employees' 401k savings plan. The savings plan was costing the company $67,000 a year. Yet the same year, as you know, the company gave your husband a bonus of $200,000.
It's not the same. Okay, two different things.
Okay.
First of all, you only know that information because we're a public company and everybody has that information.
Correct.
So you didn't have to do a lot of homework because we gave it to you. So anything we do, you're welcome. Anything that we do is very public. Harry Reid has put an ad in the Lowden paper for a couple of weeks now, wanting disgruntled employees to come forward, wanting to, I don't know, do a TV ad or something like that.
So what?
So I'm just making the point that they're so desperate to find something that against me that they put an ad in the Lowden paper, and they haven't been able to find an employee, by the way. Things are tough everywhere. You know, companies are closing left and right here in Nevada and in this country. We who have businesses in Lowden have felt this economy big time. Yes, we had to make layoffs. It's heartbreaking.
You could have paid for 3 years of employee contributions with the bonus that you gave your husband.
First of all, I didn't give it to him. The compensation committee, back in, I'm going to say 1995, part of his compensation package, when he reaches a certain threshold of whatever he has to reach in the company, which has nothing to do with this particular asset, the Pioneer.
But you understand the issue here, that you're laying off people, you're cutting their 401ks, and then we have millionaires taking bonuses.
And you know what?
That's the issue.
No, the issue is that you're mixing apples with oranges, because there's
it's all money. It's all green. It's all green.
No, there's a parent company and then there's individual assets. He could have done something good with a different company within the parent company, which apparently happened. And part of his compensation, he hasn't gotten a raise, by the way, since '95. Not since 1995.
No one's going to feel sorry for him, you know.
Well, I'm not asking for that. You were asking me for an explanation. I'm giving you the explanation that he hasn't had a raise since '95. He's got a threshold he has to reach to do certain things in order for that bonus to kick in. It has nothing to do with the particular property in Lowden.
Let me ask you about an issue that you have some expertise in, and that is gaming. There are proposals now before Congress that would legalize internet gaming. You think that's a good idea?
I think that those on the Strip have mixed feelings about it. Some like it, some don't like it, some will make money from it, some see it as more competition. I see it as a derivative of our gaming industry, and something, frankly, that's inevitable. It's in many, many countries at this point. and I think that I would absolutely be looking at it as a serious
So you support it, is what you're saying?
I believe in the end, written properly, I would support it.
And what about taxing it? Danny Tarkanian says you have to tax it too.
Well, I would, if you have a new industry, if you have a new business, it would can't compete with our existing industries unless it's on a fair playing field. So I would look at the entire scope of what we're talking about. It's actually a new industry.
So you're saying yes to taxes or no to taxes?
I'm saying that we'd have to look at the whole thing and see whatever is happening right now with the gaming industry, especially if we're going to allow internet gaming in our state. Maybe this is where it would, come from.
Okay.
You know?
We only have about a minute left. I do want to talk to you about what's still maybe the biggest national story, and that is the spill in the Gulf of Mexico. There's been some criticism of the Obama administration. Some people have even said the federal government should intervene in some way, take it away from BP. What do you think?
I think that this is not the time to be criticizing the administration, and not the time to be criticizing anybody. It's time to get the job done. It's a tragedy what's happening there. It's a horrible thing to watch all that oil just spilling out. You see it in live. You know, the various stations have had it. I say let's fix the problem, find out what happened, and go on from there.
You still believe in offshore drilling even after this horrible accident?
Well, I think part of the problem is we've had to go so offshore that it's so deep in the water. That's part of the problem. I think we have to reevaluate our policy there. But it's not the time to be throwing darts at anybody right now. It's a real tragedy what's going on. Let's try to fix the problem.
All right. Sue Lowden, we are out of time. I really appreciate your willingness to come on the program. Good luck on June 8th.
Thank you.